Hey! I put out a tweet last night saying, ask me some interesting questions to feature in a video using the hashtag AskChloe. I also put a little question box up on my Instagram story for you guys to ask me questions as well, because it's been a while since I've done a Q&A, and I think you guys have some questions for me and want to know some stuff about what's been going on, or maybe there's just burning questions inside of you about me that you want to know. So I'm here to answer them. And I'm also thinking about doing this like maybe once a month or something, so if you want to feature in the next Q&A video, drop a comment with a question in the comments. And I'll put questions for the next video in the comments below. Please make sure you use the hashtag AskChloe. Before I forget, what's up everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. I am Chloe from Haggis. Let's get into cues. Ben asks, do you see yourself getting married in the next 10 years? Of course I do. Definitely within the next 10 years, because if I didn't get married in the next 10 years, I'd be 35 in 10 years, and I definitely want to be married before then. Official Airhead asks, what is your scariest experience? Don't know why I had such a hard time reading that. This is actually something I've spoke about before in another video. This video right here, I will leave a link to down below in the description if I remember. But long story short, me and Amanda were in London on holiday, and we were in the underground and an alarm started going off, an emergency alarm. There was people screaming, the security was telling us to get out, it's an emergency, to evacuate. It was horrible, it was so scary. I really thought something extremely bad was going to happen, and I was just fearing the worst. You can hear the full story in that video because it's a long one, but it was pretty terrifying. I couldn't walk, I was crying. Amanda basically had to drag me out of the underground. Yikes. Amy asks, who inspires you? And I think most of you guys know the answer, but it's going to have to be Roman Atwood. And I know that's pretty cliche because I love him. Even if I wasn't sponsored by him or if I didn't know him, just his whole vibe in general, the smile more, do better, be more positive, whole vibe that he gives off, and the positivity he promotes, I really like, and I inspire to be just like him because he pushes that so hard on people. He wants people to genuinely be happy, do better, be yourself, smile more. Smile more, baby. I can't even speak today. Scottish Freak asks, what is it like to be a homeowner? PS, congrats. Thank you so much. It's definitely different from just renting a place. It feels so much better knowing that you own a place and it's yours and you can do whatever you want, and that you're not kind of wasting your money like what renting is. Technically, this is ours, and it really feels like our home, even though we've only been in it about 3 weeks. It feels like our home, and it just fills up with so much love and happiness, and I felt so much more motivated and creative in our own space. Don't know why, but it just makes me a whole lot happier knowing this place is ours. That's all the ones I picked from Twitter. Sorry if I didn't pick your question. I'm looking for really in-depth, interesting questions because I feel like I've answered so much more questions, like basic questions in previous Q&As. So the more interesting you make the questions, the more likely I'm going to pick you to be in the video. So hopping over to Instagram. Can you do a video on photography tips? Yes, I will, and I have done in the past. Once I get the schedule going, like I said in the previous video, if you didn't see, the content on my channel is going to be more diverse, and I'm going to be posting loads of different content, and photography is definitely something I want to get back into. Although I haven't stopped, it's definitely slowed down in the winter time, but I do want to make photography tip videos and take you guys out on photography adventures with me, and I'll show you kind of how I take photos when I'm out. I'm not a professional, definitely not a professional photographer, but I think I have this kind of unique style that I've developed on my own, and it's something I'd like to share with you guys and show you how to get extra cool shots. Why do you always change your mind about your hair? I liked it blonde, but you do you. Definitely you do you. Do whatever the heck you want with your life and your hair for that matter, but thank you, I appreciate that you like the blonde. I think it's because my sister's a hairdresser, so we can blame her. Because if I was having to pay and go out to hairdressers every time I wanted to change my hair, I wouldn't do it. I definitely wouldn't do it. I don't like going to hairdressers. I've been to proper hairdressers a couple of times, or barbers, and I do not like it. It's expensive, and I hate small talk, and I hate socialising with people. I just hate people, okay? So it's definitely not something I'd do if I didn't have a sister who was a hairdresser, but because she's always got the tools and supplies there, we're always just like, should just change my hair colour today, why not? Let's make it rainbow. And I'm just really indecisive and I like to change it up all the time. After I've had a hair colour for a while, I'm like, I'm bored of this. So right now it's kind of like a brownie colour, but the rainbow will definitely be coming back for April for my birthday because I've got something special planned for my birthday and I really need rainbow hair for that. Plus the Pride months are like June, July, August, so I need my rainbow hair for Pride as well. Dan the Man asks, what were you looking for when you bought your new house? We were looking for something kind of modern. We didn't really want to do that much to the house because it's expensive, so we're looking for something that's recently been done up, or some of the rooms have been done up, something that looks modern, something that was kind of open plan, something kind of cozy but enough room for both of us. We needed a spare room obviously for this and for children in the future. So this house that we found was absolutely perfect. As soon as we walked into it, we knew that we were in love with it. We were in love with the open plan kitchen. It was just something we had always envisioned in our head, the new modern kitchen that we've got, which you guys will see eventually. We absolutely love it, and the living room and kitchen is kind of open plan into each other, and we fell in love with the kitchen and the living room. I think that's kind of what sold it for us. The fact that I had a spare room for my studio and then babies is a big plus. When will you and Amanda get married? I love you guys. I appreciate that. I don't really want to tell you guys when we're going to get married. We do definitely have plans and we do definitely know when we're going to get engaged. It's not something we really want to share online just now, but you guys will definitely find out when we do get engaged. Of course, we'll post it, we'll make a video about it, and then obviously marriage will come after. At least you guys know it's in that 10-year time slot. We will be married within 10 years. That's what you get to know, that's what I get to know. Turtles asks, how did you get Smile More to sponsor you? Loads of people ask me this all the time. It's probably the biggest question I get. Like, how do I get sponsored by Smile More? How do I get sponsored by Smile More? How long does it take for Smile More to reply to your application? My most common question. We meet again. I'm kind of going to make this quick because I think I've spoke about it a couple of times, maybe in my Smile More sponsor announcement video. Smile More announced that they were going to take on sponsors and I applied just like anybody else would. On their website you can apply. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I think I was kind of made for the Smile More sponsorship. Me and Roman have spoke over the years and we have gotten quite close. He knows a lot about me and I know a lot about him. We've got a good connection together and I'm pretty positive. I'm down with the whole Smile More thing. I try to push out as many positive vibes as I can. I try to motivate you guys. I like to think of myself as a mini Roman. And I'm a creator, and that's what Roman was looking for. Somebody who's a creator, big or small, doesn't matter how big you are, doesn't matter how small you are, as long as you love the brand and you wanna promote that hard. And that's something that I think really matters to Smile More. If you don't rep the brand and if you just wanna be sponsored by them just for the clout, it ain't gonna happen. That goes with any sponsor. You need to actually love the brand, and I love Smile More hard, and I think Roman knew about that. And I didn't even get an email reply. It was Roman that just DM'd me because we speak anyway, and he says, yo, we want to offer you one. So I think it did help that me and Roman we're homies, but you just gotta work as hard as you possibly can and put all your love and passion into the brand that you want sponsored by, and hopefully one day they'll notice you. Note asks, have you guys ever thought of coming to the US? Yes, we have, and we both have been, but never together. Amanda went years ago with her family and I went 2 years ago, 3 years ago? I can't remember. I went to Vegas and LA. But definitely we do have plans. We are going to America this year at some point, something that's coming up later in the year, so I will share with you later in the year. Being a classic YouTuber right now, like, oh, that's happening, but I can't tell you. Evie asks, would you ever grow your hair back? No. It's a hard no. I think it's a hard no. If you guys didn't know, I had super long hair. It was down to my belly button. I looked like this. I really did love my long hair. I loved looking at it when it was done. It was freshly dyed, and I used to do fashion shows and photo shoots all the time. I loved it. It was great for that because I looked really different and kind of, I stood out a bit, although I do stand out when I've got coloured hair now, but it was just such a different look for photographers and fashion shows, what they were looking for at the time when I did a lot of that. I don't have the patience for it, and I just think the long hair isn't me. I prefer the short hair. I think it just suits me more as who I am, maybe not looks. I don't know, everybody's got their own opinion of what hair they prefer on me. Inside, I like the short hair, and I did not like drying it for a whole hour and doing it for ages because it was so thick and long and curly. It was just, No. Do you think people still made paper airplanes before actual airplanes were invented? I don't like to think about that, Jamie. I just don't. That hurts my mind. Are you out of the closet and is it happier being out? Yes, I am, and I'm very happy with being out. Of course I'm out, all my family know, the whole internet knows, all my friends know. It's a lot better being out instead of keeping it in. It really made me super depressed and lonely and somebody I didn't want to be when I was in, because it is such a weight on your shoulders that it takes a toll on your whole life, mentally and physically, and you're just not who you should be. Once I came out, my whole life changed, and I was so much happier, and I was the person that I was meant to be because I finally was being who I am. That makes sense? Would you ever visit the UK, the countryside parts, not just London? Hold up. Is Scotland not in the UK? I'm going to let you off, Nicole, maybe you don't know where I live, but I live in Scotland, so that is in the UK, and Scotland is very countryside-ish everywhere, basically. I have travelled a lot over the UK. I've been to London, I've been to Birmingham, I've been to Newcastle, I've been to Loch Lomond, I've been to Edinburgh, I've been to Glasgow, I've been so many places in the UK everywhere, and I do love the countryside. I grew up in the countryside, not even a town. I grew up in the countryside that had no shops, in a village that had no shops at all, just fields and trees, and I used to play in the fields and trees all the time, and that's what I love. I love the countryside so much. Do you feel added pressure because you are sponsored? No, I don't feel pressure, definitely not, because my sponsors are companies that I love and I'd be talking about them regardless if I was sponsored or not. I definitely don't feel any pressure, but I feel motivated and I feel purpose to create. Before I had any sponsors, I didn't feel like I needed to upload. It didn't really have a purpose, so I just, forget it. I'll just film a video next week. I'll just upload that next month. It doesn't matter. It doesn't need to go out. So I'd forget about it and I'd get lazy and I'd procrastinate. But now that I have a contract with sponsors, there are things you have to do in your contract. That's what a contract is. But just say, hypothetically, I had to make 2 videos for Smile More a month or something like that. That isn't what's in my contract, that's just hypothetical, okay? So then I'd be motivated to make those videos because I had to make them, but there's no pressure. It doesn't feel like, oh god, I have to make another video for Smile More again. Of course, I love Smile More, so it just motivates me and makes me want to create because I have to, so I enjoy it and it gives me purpose. Where did you and Amanda meet and where was your first date? Again, I'm sorry I keep saying this, but I do have loads of videos on this. There's a playlist on my channel called Chloe and Amanda, or Amanda and Chloe. Either way, there's a playlist and it's got all the videos with me and Amanda in it and talking about our relationship and stuff. Long story short for you, we met in a nightclub that I used to work in, and she was out one night in the nightclub and our eyes kind of met across the room and we were like, are we vibing or not? First date we went to Edinburgh, which is the beautiful capital of Scotland. We went around Winter Wonderland because it was in November, and we went ice skating, we went for dinner, we went on a Ferris wheel, we explored the market, went to Camera Obscura. We had a whole lot of fun. We did so much that day, spent far too much money for our first date, but it was definitely worth it because I got her. Would you ever get a dog? Yes, but just not right now. We're going to wait till we have children. Our children are grown up a little bit and we're going to get a sausage dog because Amanda wants a sausage dog. I just don't think it's fair on a dog to get a dog right now. We have a cat, we've just moved into a new house, and a puppy would just be crazy, and I'm too busy inside all the time. Amanda works outside all the time. It wouldn't really be fair for the dog because it wouldn't get the love and attention it deserves. So I think after children, when we can kind of just settle down a little bit, have a little dog, go on cute little old lady walks with it. Favourite kids TV show growing up? My favourite was definitely Arthur and Rugrats. Then when I got a little bit older, it was like Hannah Montana, Sweet Life, and they were the classics. I stopped watching it. I stopped it. Don't tell. Favourite TV show now? My favourite TV show of all time is probably Friends, but other shows that I really do love as well is Pretty Little Liars, You, Sex Education, Into the Freaking World, Glee, just to name a few. Do you collect Funko Pops? I don't really collect them. There's just ones that I want to have. The sun just went away. There are ones that I do have that I want a complete little collection of. Like I just said before, my favourite TV show is Friends. I have all the Friends pop figures, and I have 3 other random ones that I've got given as gifts, or I've bought, or I've just found in shops that have been cheap and I've bought them. But I don't really go out of my way to collect them necessarily, but I just wanted all the Friends ones because I love Friends. Does Buzz like the house? PS, keep making amazing videos. Thank you, I appreciate you. Yes, Buzz loves the house. He was a bit sceptical at first and a bit shy. He didn't know what to think of the place. Because he is an indoor cat, the only place he's ever been was in our old place. So when we brought him to the new place, he was very scared at first, but he quickly settled in and now he absolutely loves it. Will you be doing skating videos or vlogs again? Use code Chloe on Smile More and G Fuel. Thank you for that, Sophie. That sneaky little promo. So I didn't have to do it. Thank you. Of course, I will be doing skating videos and vlogs very, very soon. We're just kind of getting out of this bad weather now in Scotland. We're coming into the spring and then the summer. We're full of vlogs, full of skating videos, full of adventures, and I can't wait. That's all the questions that I picked to do in this video. I think it's been a long one. Sorry, not sorry. What did you guys think of the long videos? Do you prefer the long videos? Let me know. Like I said earlier in the video, leave your comments down below and I'll answer them in the next Q&A. It's going to become a monthly thing for sure. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, if you want more content from me, and I will see you in the next video very soon. Maybe the next one will be with Amanda. I think it will. Later, cheers.